Introduction to the Altiorem taxonomy map. You can find the taxonomy map on the Altiorem workflow on Trello in the Q&A and info for volunteers list on the taxonomy map card. Just open it up and scroll down and you can download the Excel spreadsheet from here. The taxonomy map is required when you are completing a research summary template. It's an Excel spreadsheet and you can see the different tabs down the bottom. So we've got the issue map, cases, cases and subcases, SDGs, climate bonds, countries and regions, and industry. So the issue map is what we would use to link the research to the different ESG issues in sustainable finance. We would then use this same map to link the research to the standards and frameworks for SASB and the GRI. We also want to link the research to the Sustainable Development Goals, so we would use this one here. That's our SDGs from 1 through to 17. Also on this, the taxonomy map is our climate bonds. So we're linking the research to the climate bond initiatives categories. And finally on the map, we've got the SASB and the GRI description. So for product design and lifestyle management, this SASB standard relates to this description. And environmental compliance for the GRI would relate to this description here. So the issues are broken down into environment, social and governance. I'll just scroll down lightly. And these are in different colours as well to make them stand out a little better for you. So that's the taxonomy map. The other sheets are more for research and help. So the cases sheet describes the business case, economic case, ethical case, and investment case for sustainable finance. It will then gives a description here, and further resources can be found here. So this is the name of the resource and then the link here. So we encourage you to have a look through these resources and just get an idea of what these different cases are and the different subcases that are behind them. So if you were to look at, if you were looking at the business case, for instance, you might look at this resource, making the business case for sustainability. So just click on the link. And hopefully it will open up. And it is free to read online. So you could have a look through something like that. In the next tab, we've got the cases and subcases. So we've broken down each of the business case, economic, ethical and investment and implementation into each subcase, such as competitor activity, followed by just a few more details on each subcase. So please, you're welcome to have a look through this too, so that if you have a piece of research perhaps that relates to climate emergency, then you could, it provides a few more details here, or healthcare, and how it relates to sustainable finance here. So have a look through, and this should help you when you're completing your research summaries. Also included in the 4 cases is implementation, and this category is for research that is not making the case for sustainable finance, but is actually has the tools that a user could use to implement this. So such as things like relevant frameworks and policies and processes. The next sheet is the SDGs. So these are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. When you're looking at a piece of research, you can either look, so it gives you a description which you can look at initially. If you need more information, each of these links will take you directly to each goal. So this will take you to SDG 1 and 2. Alternatively, you can head straight to the interactive map here, which will have all 17 goals on there. And being an interactive map, you can just click on the one that you want to go to. And we recommend that when you're looking at a piece of research and you're trying to match it with the Sustainable Development Goal, that you don't actually, well, you do look at this, of course, that's the progress, but we're actually trying to map it more to the targets and indicators. So if the research is linked specifically to one of these targets or indicators, then we would select that as being linked to that piece of research or content. The climate bonds is the Climate Bond Initiative. This is their taxonomy, and this is quite unique that we're trying to link the Altiorem content to these categories, and more specifically the asset specifics. So you can go through here. We've got buildings, energy, industry, information, land use and marine resources, transport, waste and water. So you could just select one if you've got a piece of research that's just on waste, and narrow the field down to make it easier. Or you can use Control F and try and find a keyword through the page. We also have countries and regions, which are currently listed alphabetically by region, but could also be listed alphabetically by country. And again, you could use Control F, or I think it's Command F in a Mac, to locate the countries here. And the last sheet is industry. So we've got the GIC sectors and the industries. So I'll break this down for each of the fields as we go, and you'll see more detail of how we use the Altiorem taxonomy map, but this is just an introduction as to the overall presentation and what you might find.